Hey guys, BadInfos here and welcome to my first world in Minecraft. I made this world in June 2011, 8 years ago guys, 8 years ago, and since then I have built so many things on it. I have a series in which I show the updates I do. Whenever I build something new, I showcase it in a video, a short, precise video in which I showcase what I have built recently, and you can check it out in the description if you want to. Also in January the 12th, 2013, I made a full world tour in which I showcased every single thing I have built. That was 6 years ago. Since then I have built a lot more stuff, so I decided that it was time for a new world tour. This video is gonna be huge. The previous world tour was 40 minutes. And since then I have built a lot more stuff, so this is gonna be even longer, I guess. So let's start, let's get to the point. Enough dilly-dallying here, let's talk about the world. So in June 2011 I got Minecraft and I made this world. I spawned right over here, or I guess it was somewhere around here. It was a beach, I spawned on a beach. And I saw a hill. It was a snowy hill, of course this was a snowy biome, so I started going up the hill. I hollowed out the hill and made a little dirt house. This was my first house in Minecraft. It was of course a dirt house, it had no windows and I was scared of my life. I had no idea beds existed. I was scared, every single mob was scaring me. I did not go into the caves, I basically didn't do anything. I was just staying here day and night because I was so afraid. So later on, after a few days, I made a second floor, and on the second floor spiders kept climbing up. It was in beta 1.5, and back then I watched lots of alpha footage, lots of alpha videos on Minecraft Alpha, and back then spiders could not climb. So I thought that spiders could not climb, so I did not know that they climbed my roof. So I put lots of torches here because I thought they just spawned upstairs. But no, they kept climbing up and I was very afraid that they constantly killed me and whatnot. So a few months afterwards I realized that they actually climbed, so I was better prepared afterwards. I put a bunch of torches around and whatnot. Later on, I'm gonna talk about this later. Later on I built a farm. This is my first farm in Minecraft, and getting into a farm is kinda weird. You don't have a fence gate, because back then fence gates did not exist. I could also have put a door there, but doors look very weird next to fences, so I made this contraption. It is my design, of course. What you do is get in here, like so. We just jump on this slab and onto the stairs. This prevented pigs and cows and whatnot to jump in my garden, because back then you could not walk over it. You had to sneak, otherwise it trampled the crops. So I put a bunch of sugarcane here, like so. This hydrates all the crops. And I have glowstone. Back then it was of course torches, but later on I changed it to glowstone and added this whatever it's called, I don't know, supports, I guess. And later on I built this. This is my sugarcane farm. I fished out these so I can walk over this, and in the future I'll fish a few more. I could go to a swamp biome, but if you don't know, on this world I don't generate new terrain, except for the nether port, the end portal. That's the only thing I generated in this world. After the 1.8, the beta 1.8 updates. That's the only thing I generated. It's just a roof I made for myself, not to generate anything apart from what I have already generated. So this is it. Later on I built this contraption. It was just, previously it was just a tall pillar out of cobblestone, and it contained all the cobblestone, because I did dig a lot of cobblestone. So I put all of it over here. It wasn't that much, obviously, and later on I filled it up completely and built this helipad, and afterwards I built a helicopter on the helipad. I guess I should show it to you from a distance. Let's go up there, which I'm gonna talk about. Oh no, I missed it! Well, how can I miss it? Okay, let's get back up there. Good. This is the helicopter, which I built on the helipad. The helipad was empty for a very long time, and then I built this helicopter, which has a passenger. He's sleeping. Dude, I guess he landed and he's sleeping right now. Okay, that's fine, I guess. So this is the helicopter. It's not my design. I copied it from I don't know who. But in the video which I showcased the helicopter, I did credit the person, who I don't remember, of course, currently. This is a fountain which has a few beacons. I have 4 beacons which give me all these effects. And this is it for this main area. Later on, after a little bit, I decided to plant a tree. On that tree, I planted a different tree. As you can see, on that tree I planted this tree. And afterwards on that tree I planted another tree. And another tree. And so on and so on and so on, until the build limit. If you don't know, back in the day, the build limit was that high. You couldn't build higher than that. So I stopped there, and afterwards I encased this tree with cobblestone, because cobblestone is what I had. I had lots and lots of cobblestone, so I encased it in cobblestone, and it looked absolutely horrific. This is a picture of it. And of course, after many changes, after many updates and whatnot, I changed it to this. It doesn't look that great, but I tried to preserve the original look of the place, so I didn't change much of it, but I didn't change the cobblestone from cobblestone to something better. Later on, I built this room, of course, in here. It was just a flat wall. Opened it up and built a little balcony over here with some flowers, overlooking my garden and my pyramid, which I'm gonna talk about in the future. In this video, of course, I'm gonna showcase everything. I hope I don't forget anything because there's so much to showcase. So yeah, I put some supports here to make it look realistic. And after a little bit, I started building rooms. I built a relaxation room, I guess a bedroom, a storage room, I built a balcony. That is the second base leads to there. A kitchen I built, the mansion, this is my third base, and this used to be a minecart track, and also the upper place. Let's start with the rooms. The first room is over here, just climb these stairs. On the first right is the bedroom. Here we can relax. We have a TV, we have jukeboxes, we have armor stands, which is basically the wardrobe, I guess. We can play music, we can sleep, we can do anything, and let's just do that. This used to look a lot different. It did not have, inside the thing, it did not have an enchanting table, an enchanting room. This is basically everything. This is an enchanting room, a relaxation room, a TV room, a jukebox room, music room, whatever you want to call it. It has no torches, and it looked exactly like this. As you can see, it's a much bigger improvement than before. So this was it for the first room. I'm just trying to speed up through all of this because I don't have much time. I want this video to be not more than 50 minutes. Preferably. You can enter it from here, of course, or from that side. Here I have 2 villagers. This used to be my favorite villager in the game, but it's currently broken. After the 1.14 update, villagers changed and this dude got broken. Unfortunately, it was my favorite because he required 25 paper, which was so easy to get. This dude is not important, but I kept him here for nostalgia. I don't wanna change him because I love these guys and I don't wanna kill them in the future. So we're gonna stay here forever and ever. Okay, so the second room is the storage. This is a very important room because I have lots of crap and I need to store them somewhere, right? And this is the perfect place. I have a bell. And this is how it looks. I have lots of stuff, like purple, like quartz. I don't have much quartz, I need to get more quartz. This is the nether stuff, and whatnot. I have snow, this all the crap. I have 7, actually 8 dragon heads, guys. So I did go in the end for quite a bit. These are my old maps from back in the day. Yep, which I cannot update currently. And this is pretty much it for this room. I have also barrels in which I store lots of sand because I have so much sand. And this is how it looked before. Okay, so let's move on to the other floor. Here we have the balcony. The balcony is pretty nice, I guess. I used to have an automatic shutter over here which shut the door, but it looked pretty bad, so I put this carpet. Much better now. And this is a swing, and if you're wondering how I put this suspended, this carpet, it is by string. If you put string in the air, you can put this on top of it. This overlooks lots of my builds. I'm gonna showcase everything, of course. That needs to be shown, that needs to be shown. The mansion is over there, which I'm gonna talk about in the future. So this is also a cinema, not only a balcony, also a cinema. And I took the screen down after a few updates. I had a screen over here with just basically a giant picture, which I changed later to basically make a fountain, which I think looks absolutely awesome. Unlike the previous fountain I showed you, this actually looks pretty good. Okay, let's move on. This is the way to my second base. I have minecarts here, which I could take, or I could use these fireworks to get to the second base. But more on the second base later. I'm gonna finish everything here, showcase everything, and then move on to the second base. The way to the second base, actually let me show you this. Yep, pretty cool. The way to the second base was actually over here. I had a minecart track going to the second base and the third base, which later on I changed to 2 different places. This actually used to be a lava fall. The lava fall looked absolutely awful, so I changed it. This is a picture of the lava fall. Yeah, as you can see, much better. And I changed it to this, and this is the way to the second base. Okay, let's move on. More on the second base later, of course. We have also a way to get here. Now, from here you can go absolutely everywhere. This is the bedroom. From here you can go to this floor, which has a door. To this floor, which also has a door. This is the previous minecart track. And also you can go to the balcony. We have a balcony here. And also a balcony over here. Yeah, lots of entrances and lots of exits. So let's go down to where I was. I think it was here. Cool. And let's go to the kitchen. This is the kitchen. Now, after an update with the villagers, the last update 1.14, for some reason lots of them breeded constantly and I got so many villagers. This is a kitchen, you can't really see it because of all these guys and girls. But trust me, there's a kitchen behind all this madness. There's a stove. Actually, let me get inside. Oh, sorry, I hit you. Let me get inside. We have food items, lots of food items here. We have a shulker box, which I think the color suits the room. This is a fridge with a door, but these guys constantly open the door. We have a cake. And this dude is absolutely awesome. He requires 23 paper and 4 ink sacs. He provides me with lanterns, and he also gives me mending and silk touch, guys, for only 7 emeralds. That's crazy. I love this dude. So I'm never gonna hit him or hurt him or kill him and whatnot. He's gonna always be here. Okay, so this is the dimension. The third base is over here. I should build something like a minecart track, like I did for the second base, over here in the future. But for now, this is the way to the third base, which I'm gonna go to in a bit. Let's continue the tour. This is the upper side, which I showed you before, but you can go here and look at the surroundings. You can see pretty much anything, all the stuff. Okay, so this is it for this huge castle-like thing, I guess? I'm not sure how to call it, but it used to be a castle. And this is a picture of the castle. It does look quite different, doesn't it? So much more was built after that picture was taken. So this, guys, is the pyramid. I'm currently on a huge pyramid, and the sand I got was from right over here. I ruined a perfectly good desert. It was full of sand and whatnot, and I just ruined it. It looks awful right now. But I built this pyramid. I think it looks... It's decent, I guess. It has a flag on it. Not too impressive. I'm gonna change it in the future, make it look pleasing to the eye. But for so many years it was completely empty. For like 8 years it was completely empty. But after a little bit I decided to use it as a storage for lava. Yeah, I basically got lots of lava from the caves below, and I just put it here. The cake is still here from the beginning. I made this cake like maybe 7 years ago, and it's still here. I did not move it. But this is currently for storage for lava, which of course I might change in the future. You guys still haven't given me suggestions. I asked for suggestions on what I should build here in my last world 2 or 6 years ago, and nobody suggested anything, so I don't know, I have no ideas for this, what to build here. Yeah, keep suggesting stuff, guys. Tell me what to do. Okay, so let's move on to this. This used to be a build of mine on a server. That server closed down, unfortunately, and luckily I had some pictures and I rebuilt some stuff. And of course I did change a bunch of things, because back then there were no carpets. These carpets did not exist, and pistons also did not exist. Actually, they did exist, but I did change a bunch of things. I added a map, and this right here is how it used to look. Basically, do you see these? These are pathways to the second base and the third base over here with the mansion. Back then I used to have these walkways, cobblestone walkways suspended in the sky. Now I have these. And I purposefully don't update these for nostalgia. I want to keep this preserved, how it looked like before. This also looks like a dinosaur, by the way. Yeah, like a dinosaur. As I'm talking, actually, let me go here and flip this lever. I'm gonna tell you why I did that. Actually, this shouldn't work right now. It should be broken. Basically, okay, let me get down here. I know I'm all over the place, but I can't explain every single thing. This is a mob spawner for skeletons, as you can see. It used to work, but after a few updates I don't think it should work right now, because skeletons don't swim up water streams. So yeah, basically what happens is you flip the lever, they spawn, they come here, you crush them, and that's pretty much it. It stays like that, this crushes them and whatnot. So yeah, this used to work, currently it doesn't, but this used to be a skeleton trap, which was one of my few farms I had, mob traps I had in this world. I didn't have many, so yeah, this was very useful for arrows and for bone meal. But yeah, about the map, this is my main area, and this is how it looked like before. Yeah, just preserving the look. Of course I had a house here, I had a start of a mansion here, I started building a mansion. But yeah, this is how it looked like before, and of course we have a fireplace, we have a huge table here, which I might change in the future, might do something else, but of course this is still nostalgia. This is how it looked like in the server, so I try to preserve the look. This is the fireplace, not too impressive, I don't think. I have some hidden lighting here. I used to have torches, but I hate torches, and as you can see, I used to have torches. If you have watched my videos before, this used to be filled with torches. My main area here was filled with torches, but do you see any torches here? Huh? I had a bunch of lighting here. Yeah, I have a bunch of cats too. This house is not too impressive. but I built it a long time ago. Let's sleep. And I have a villager here in this house. And once again, it's not too impressive, so I'm not gonna spend too much time here. What else? What else? We have so much to show, guys. I haven't even done half of it yet. This video is gonna be huge. Okay, so we have this fountain, which looks much better than the previous one I showed you. Here. This is actually my first fountain ever. Actually, here's how it looked like before. And this is it now. As you can see, not much different, but you know, I like changing things not so much, so I can look back at them and still keep the nostalgia factor. Okay, so let's move on. Let's not waste any time. This used to be a tree, by the way, a custom tree, which I removed and built this fountain. In front of the fountain we have a walkway here too. Cool walkway. We also have this boat dock, which I changed not too long ago. Actually, I changed it. I don't think I showed it in the video. Yet, I haven't shown it, but the roof is like so, with the blue glass, and we have a bunch of boats. This boat shouldn't be here. This boat should be here. Basically, boats used to break very easily back in the day. You couldn't swim fast with them, and once you touch whatever you touch, it just breaks. And this soul sand prevents them from breaking. Nowadays, of course, you can crash into whatever you want, it's not gonna break, but back then anything broke them. So I made sure to put soul sand here, and this design I think is great. It has some archways and some cool entrances. It used to be just a straight wall. Okay, let's move on. This is a building. This building sucks. I haven't changed it at all since I built it because there's no place for it. This is not a place for a building. It's completely empty, completely unnecessary, unneeded building, which I'm gonna demolish probably in the future because it doesn't fit with anything. I guess with the walkway it kind of fits, but it's just a straight wall with ugliness. Yeah, I don't like it. Moving on swiftly, this was built or dug by me with stone pickaxes. Only stone pickaxes were used to dig this hole out. It goes from sea level, which is 64, all the way to bedrock. Yeah, with stone pickaxes. I'm really proud of this. Yeah, I had a lot of fun building it, and here's some pictures of the hole in progress. You can go down here pretty easily by just jumping down. As you can see, I have a bunch of livestock here. This is basically my farm. I have a few farms up there, but this is much better for farming because I can just kill them, breed them very easily and whatnot. And this is how I get out. Pretty cool stuff. I keep this open because I wanna jump down and jump up whenever I want to. Okay, so this is the farm for animals. I don't use this farm just for show. I have sheep on the bottom where the grass is, so they can regrow their wool. I have some chickens, a bunch of chickens, and I have a bunch of feathers and a bunch of eggs. Yeah, too many eggs, I think. Over here I have pigs, which again I don't use. What the... Okay, not gonna comment on that. I have cows on the top, right over here, which I sometimes breed, but again, this down here is much easier. Yeah, much faster to breed and whatnot. I have a llama here, which I can control. Actually, I can't control llamas, but I can get on the llama. It's my llama. And I have a bunch of horses, skeleton horses, which I can control. Okay, enough of the animal farm. There's a lot to talk about because it's so huge. I'm gonna change this in the future, make these hidden. Yeah, I'm gonna turn them around in the future, so it's a lot less visible. I'm also gonna add a few more animals because after I build this a lot more got added and I should make it higher or something. We shall see in the future. Anyway, let's talk about the statues. We have two statues here, a skeleton without a bow. I should add a bow in the future. And we have a chicken, a lifelike chicken. I'm gonna change this sand into clay or something in the future. But yeah, everything is gonna change, guys. Everything you see is gonna change in the future, because that's how this world is. In time, pretty much everything changes. I'm not gonna touch anything even there. I'll give a reason in a little bit. But once you enter the butthole of the chicken, it has 2 buttholes. This one is out of commission currently, because a creeper exploded and I forgot to change this back. Anyway, once you enter the butthole of the chicken, we have a little room with a painting and some kind of new carpet, and in the future I'm gonna change this carpet to actual carpet, but once I built this, carpet was not available to us in the game, so I did not add carpet. We have storage here, and this is still not stacked. If you don't remember, back in the beta days you could not stack any food items. I'm gonna actually sleep, because monster could kill me. And it's a pretty noisy floor, unfortunately. Yeah, taka 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 taka. I don't wanna have a floor like that in my house. Anyway, this is it for this room, pretty small, but pretty neat. I think it has 3 paintings total. And the bookcase, it's basically a relaxation room. And I should add something here in the future, like I said. Everything could change. There's a creeper, you should watch out. And let's visit the skeleton. Of course, you could use this, or you could use an ender pearl, which is the better decision. This is a pretty empty room, nothing is too special. It had fire in the past, which burned down this, so I removed it. And yeah, it looks pretty bland, there's nothing built here, pretty small walls and whatnot. Yeah, I don't like this statue, and I should add a bow actually, because the skeleton has no bow currently, so yeah, in the future I might add it. Did I hear? Hello! What you doing? What you doing? Yes, nice. Okay, so let's move on to this whole place. Okay, so let me get up here and show you some stuff. No, get up. Yes, nice. Okay, so this whole place was built by me in a server. This, along with this, which I talked about before. So this thing and that was built by me on a server, and I took a bunch of screenshots, and the server closed down, so I could not access this. Luckily I did do some screenshots, and I was able to rebuild everything from this server, which was awesome. So I had a little plot, I built this in that little plot, and right next to it was that underwater structure. So let's begin with, I guess, with the house. This was my house. My cousin and I were playing in this plot. She was allowed to be in my house. She and my other cousin were the only people who were allowed to get in my house. I had a bunch of statues. And of course this house is much better than my previous house. This used to be a dirt hut, that huge house. So this was a little bit better. And I have all the music discs. Over here I have also duplicates. And I have a little more in my storage room, which I showed you before. We have a second story with my bed and music. I used to play music discs here with my cousin. And this was the balcony, pretty bad I think. But again, I don't change anything because it's a piece of history, a piece of nostalgia. I'm never gonna change this. This used to be my garden of sugarcane. I had to have sugar canes. We also have a proper garden here with weeds, which of course I used as well. And this also hydrated all the way over here, but for some reason it doesn't work anymore. Maybe I didn't hydrate it. As you can see, it's pretty dry. Yeah, I don't know how it worked. We also have a relaxation room with a fireplace. On the server, fire spread was turned off, I guess, because in my single player these burned down once and I removed it, but on the server it was up, the fire was up for so long and it didn't do anything. It didn't burn anything, so yeah, I guess it was turned off. And imagine my surprise when I was building some stuff, I lit the fire, I went away, and a few hours later I came back and this whole place was burned down. It was a pretty bad thing, but it happens. I rebuilt it and did not put fire on. Okay, let's get up here. This waterfall is pretty... took a long time to set up, actually, on the server. And if I try to put the water bucket right now, it would behave differently because water mechanics were changed. But the whole idea with this place was to be a roller coaster which never stops. So once you enter and start, it never stops. No matter how many times you go around, it never stops. As you can see, you can stay here forever and ever. So what I did was, on the server, I hopped on the minecart and went to eat or something, and in a way I was not AFK because I was going around. So yeah, this was it for this place. Let's go around again. Plop, there we go. This was my castle on the server, and once I built it here, I put every single coordinate of every single dungeon I have found on this server. For instance, this is my first base. I wrote down every skeleton dungeon I saw, including this one, which I turned into a mob trap. But yeah, every single dungeon was written here. As you can see, no spider dungeons on the main base, no spider dungeons on the second base. We have a zombie dungeon and 3 skeleton dungeons. And the third base also has no spiders. For some reason on this road I got no spider dungeons, guys. It's crazy. I wanna have spider dungeons for string, but I got none. Yeah, pretty bad, unfortunately. So this is it for the castle. Pretty empty, of course, it has no floor even. But yeah, this is just for information, I keep it here for information and for looks, of course. This is a ninja, apparently, I don't know. But yeah, guys, I think this is it for the outside. Whoops. Almost everything for the outside. Did I miss anything? I showed that, this server build, I showed the 2 statues, the animal farm, this stupid, ugly looking build, the pyramid. Oh yes, backside, yeah, on the back I have a villager purifier. This is a villager purifier. What I do here is I go here at night. There's usually lots of zombies. Once I see a zombie villager, I take it all the way over here, like so. I take a golden apple and a potion of weakness. I open this up and stand right here. The zombie goes through here and falls down this huge hole. It does not get hurt once it falls down here. And I open this up, I purify it and wait for it to turn into a villager. As you can see, I have a bunch of villagers here, but more on these in the future, once I start talking about the underground. Let's go above ground and see if I missed anything else. And yes, I did miss some stuff. This is just a small thing. On the pyramid I have a flag, on top of it I have the dragon egg. We have 1 dragon egg on this world, of course every single world has only 1 dragon egg, and this is it. Looks pretty cool. And over here we have this big modern house. Yes, I did build a modern house, and I started the video off. Get out of here. I started the video, I'm wasting so much time, over here on this wall. So we have a huge wall here, goes around this modern house. In the modern house I have a swimming pool, which is not deep at all. I should build it deeper, I think. But yeah, this is the modern house. It goes around the walkway, which is out of gravel. We have a showcase of all the armors in the game, except I guess turtle armor, which has only a helmet. But yeah, these are all the armors. We have a beach, kinda, with an umbrella. And it looks pretty bad, but I don't change it because it's a piece of history. On here we have a bar with a bartender, you can sit here if you want to. We have beers on the sides, we have cups for beer which are currently empty or are filled with chocolate milk, I guess, I don't know. We have a distillery, a barrel with alcohol, I guess this is alcohol, or just water, I don't know. These are the bar stools. We have hidden lighting inside of here and down here. We have a barbecue place with a big table, pretty tall table, you can sit here if you want to. And we have a hidden chest inside the barbecue. Here I keep every single food item in the game. I don't think this is complete, I still have more stuff to add. But the goal for this chest is to fill it up with every single food item in the game. I'm still missing a bunch, but in the future I will fill it up. I like this barbecue, it has hidden smoke. And of course here in the chest we have a bunch of furnaces, we have a blast furnace too and also a smoker. Yep, and this is it for the house. Around the house. Once you enter the house, which is entered from here, or from here, or from here, and again or from right over here. Once you enter it, this is the main entrance I guess, you'll see a fireplace. I love this fireplace, this is the best fireplace on this world. There's so much detail into this fireplace, I love it. We have a chest, we have the mega huge crafting table I guess I would call it, I don't know. We have changing colors of the windows. I was gonna make these white, but it doesn't look that nice, I think. And I think this looks perfect. Okay, this is the bottom floor. And we have a top floor over here, where I keep a villager. He's currently sleeping. Let's sleep ourselves too. This, if you're wondering why I keep all these beds, which look like a dorm, honestly, I keep them because I breed villagers here. I bring villagers from over here, the kitchen, if you remember I have a bunch of villagers. I bring them right over here, I breed them, and I transport them to different parts of the map. This dude is absolutely amazing because he's a manson and he requires 20 stone. I have, I guess, maybe 50 double chests with stone, so yeah, he's super helpful, I think. And this is it for this place. Also something important, monsters cannot get in here. It doesn't matter if there's a billion zombies here, they're not gonna cross this, or this side, or this side, or even this side, because on the corners I have string which goes down a huge hole, and on top of it I have carpet. Monsters think of this as a hole, so they don't go through. Nothing can go through. I guess spiders can. It's one of my favorite builds on this world. So guys, this was it for the overworld in my first base. Before I go in the underground, however, I want to show you my two other bases. This is my main base, of course. We have the second base over here and the third base over here. The proper way to get over there is by minecart. It should be the way, but I have elytra as you can see, so I just take the fireworks and fly to the second base. So what happened? After like a year of playing, I got super bored of this base, the previous base, and I said screw it, I'm just going in a random direction and I'm finding a new base. I took my essentials and I flew all the way over here. So I found this gorgeous looking place and I built an ugly looking castle, I guess. It's not really a castle, but yeah, this is the second base, guys. It looks absolutely awful because I didn't spend any time on it. This is the top floor. I have a chest here with ender pearls, and this is the main area. And I should have a map here, which is not here currently. Whatever, these are my essentials, I guess. I have lots of cobblestone here and dirt, I guess. Where's the dirt? There's no dirt. You lying. You lying sign. And these are the foods. If you don't know, back in the day, these did not stack. And I had many chests of food. I also have here cobblestone generators, which for some reason don't work anymore. They used to work, it was super smooth. I just broke this and it turned into cobblestone, but nowadays it just doesn't work and it breaks everything. I'll fix it someday, but not now. I have falls of lava and water. Waterfalls and lava falls. There's a fish! There's a fish, dude! And this is pretty much it for this area. The dirt I took from over here, as you can see, these are still suspended because I took the dirt underneath them. Yep. And down here we have some more stuff, which is not really exciting or anything. Yeah, this is a beacon. Beacons did not exist, so I made this beacon on top of my house. So here we have my first ever skeleton dungeon trap. If we go here, in this cave, we're gonna find it. It's not really efficient and nowadays it doesn't really work that well. It's pretty lit up as well. So yeah, what happens is they spawn, they drown here, I collect the drops from over here. Nowadays I don't know if it even works. It should work because they should still drown. But yeah, back in the day there was no experience, so I did not need an XP farm, just an item farm. And that was the short version of the second base. Again, not much was built there, and this is how it looked like before. And that is that. So afterwards I got bored of that base and came back here because of nostalgia, and again after a bunch of time I got bored again and I went to a third base. I wanted to build a mansion, there was no good room here, so I said, screw it, I'm just gonna build a third base, go to a different place, far away again, take my essentials and build something cool. And that something is a mansion. Yep, I hollowed this whole place. It took me like 3 diamond shovels, I think. I have my guard dogs. I have a dungeon down here. I think I have a dungeon. Yeah, there's a dungeon behind it too. We have 2 big domes. One of them should have a carpet. These doors are broken because I haven't spent any time here. But yeah, we have 2 domes. The other one should have a carpet. Red carpet, because I'm the king. I should have... Ah, there we go, there's a carpet. As you can see, I didn't spend any time. There's no roof even. Yeah, pretty bad builds. Both of the other bases are pretty bad. They're not consistent or anything. There's no roof on many of them. The TV looks awful. This is the relaxation room, I guess. Sure. The bedroom, I could call it too. No roof here. At least there's lots of lighting, so monsters cannot spawn. Let me just actually go the proper way in, so we can get the grand reveal of the entrance. So this is the entrance. We have 2 couches on the sides and some bushes, which I should change to something else. New house, under construction. New house, it has been a new house for 6-7 years. Okay, we have a 2 doorway, because I couldn't put these on the other side. You know, if I put it over here, these bookcases, it would show up on this side. So, I have 2 doorways. And this is the entrance. We have a chandelier, which is absolutely awful. I'm gonna tear this whole place down in the future. It looks awful. I don't like it. Okay, we have a storage place over here, which I don't think I have anything here. Nope, I have nothing here. But this is the main area, I guess. Over here we have a wheat garden and a sugarcane garden and a cactus. We have cactuses here, I didn't even know that. Okay, this is the dome. And on the other side we have a kitchen, because every mansion has to have a kitchen, right? Yep, we have pistons. And it's the kitchen with lapis and lots of food, which is still not stacked, so you can see when this was built. Before, food was able to be stacked. Yeah, and we have fridges. And a cake. Holy crap, guys, it has been like 45 or so minutes and I still haven't talked about the underground. This map is huge. Okay, so in order to get to the underground we have, I think 5 entrances. We have one in the house, we have 2 over here, we have one here and one here. Let me show you the first way in, which is my most used way in. Through here, this is, I think, a grand entrance. I love this design. This is the first entrance. The way to go back is through here. Just enter the bubble column and you get all the way up. The other way is, if you're here for instance and you want to get inside of here, just go through here and fall down again. Same exact thing. You could also get back up like so. Whoa, too far, too far. Okay, that was the second way. The third way is also pretty cool. You just stand here, you press this button which is almost invisible and it closes afterwards. And you fall down here again, and again, once again you are over here. And you can take the bubble column again. Okay, that's 3 down, a lot more to go. Woo! Okay, we have, which I showed you this before, so I'm not gonna go in. This is the villager purifier, which I can also use to get down, which I don't use much. And this is the last way to get down to the underground. You just jump down here and ta-da! Lots of farms here, which I'm gonna talk about in a little bit. Let me start from the beginning, which is not here obviously. Let's get to the main entrance, which is over here. So for the main entrance I want to say that I have some walkways here, some doorways, which lead to different parts of the cave. There's a huge cave underneath my house, an enormous cave system. There's lots of built in the cave system, so I have ways to get in the cave, like so. Previously it looked like this. Yeah, much better I think. Okay, so this is how we get in. You just jump down and you're here. Okay, so this is the walkway. I have glowstone and some stuff on the sides. This holds the water. We have a water stream over here with bubbles, a bubble column with soul sand, and it's the way down of course. We have an entrance to the cave which I sealed off. I could open it up, but there's no point in getting there because I have other ways to get in. For instance, this is one way. This is one way to get down from my house. It drops down here. And you could go here, which leads to the cave, different parts of the cave. You can go, for instance, if you just travel in a random direction, you're always gonna reach something. You're always gonna reach a door. You cannot get lost ever in this cave. This walkway from here, I hope you're not confused. From here, you can go to this area, which is the animal farm which you saw before. If you don't remember, this is how we get out of the animal farm. Just like so. And you remember this place, I hope. Let's jump back down here. And this is a different way to get in the hall through here. And this is also a beacon place. You saw the 4 beacons before in the overworld. This is the place for the beacon. I built this room especially for the beacon. I don't think it's that great looking, but it's nice, I guess. It's pretty decent. It just needed a room, so I built a room. Okay. And this, you might remember, is the walkway I was just in. As you can see, we have many entrances to the big hall and lots of entrances to the caves, because you can use this entrance to the caves, this entrance to the caves, or this one as well. However, this is a hall which I used with my modern house outside. Monsters cannot get in because they think this is a hole, so nobody can get in my walkway. Okay, let's move on. We have a villager here who always likes this place. I have no idea why, but he constantly comes here. I constantly push him all the way over there, but yeah, he constantly comes here. Welcome to the underground. We have lots of stuff built here and lots of stuff to talk about. First of all, this is how it looked like before, and this is it now. We have on the left side a farm with lots of stuff. As you can see, we have also lots of villagers. We have potatoes, we have carrots. I think I planted some carrots, I have some wheat and whatnot. And this is fully, not fully, semi-automatic. With the flip of this lever, everything is harvested and comes all the way over here to you. You just have to plant it back. And sometimes these guys also plant stuff, and some of these guys are absolutely awesome. He requires 2 pumpkins for an emerald, 1 melon for an emerald. I love these guys, lots of these guys are awesome. I kept only farmers here because it suits the theme, I think. This is the ceiling. Lots of detail again. Let me go all the way over here so I can show you some stuff. How the machinery works in this place. I built this a long time ago, many years ago, so I don't remember much of it. But this holds water. Once you flip the lever, this gets pulled and the water comes through. And everything gets harvested. Yeah, this is the machinery. We have a nice painting here too. So it can feel cozy. Okay, let's move on. I'm trying to speed through this as fast as possible. I don't want this video to be an hour long. I was expecting like 50 minutes, but it's been so much so far. But yeah, this is the ceiling. I love the ceiling in this place. Absolutely gorgeous. Actually, on the bottom side, I had lots of problems with slimes. And slimes spawned up there on my farms. But afterwards, after a lot of time, I decided to dig this hole downstairs, and now they spawn downstairs and not here, because they previously jumped on my crops and that sucked so much. But now they don't, and it's all fine and dandy. So this is how it looked like before. Yeah, previously I had melons, I had pumpkins, but nowadays I don't need pumpkins and melons that much because I have a bunch over here. Lots of pumpkins, lots of melons, so yeah, I don't need any more of these, so I didn't plant any. Over here, once we continue, we have a reed garden, a sugarcane garden I guess, which is fully automatic. Once you flip this lever and you flip it again, it retracts and you can collect all of these, which are horsey. I have a horsey here specifically for this reason. Just go through and collect all the sugar cane. That's the only purpose for this horse. I showed you the machinery in a different video, so I'm not gonna go through it too much. And I'll just continue. We have a bunch of chests over here, and one harvest gives you like 2-3 stacks, I think. Yeah, it's about 3 stacks, which is completely enough. Let's move on to the first room in the downstairs, the nether. This is how the nether room looks, but I'm gonna show you the nether afterwards, after I finish with everything else, because I have to talk about the nether, the end and the nether, and the enter connected, so yeah, I'm not gonna go through right now. Let's move on to, of course, as you can see, every single room has a different theme. This is a dark theme because the nether and the end is also there, so it's pretty dark. This is the water room. Previously this used to be an obsidian farm. What you did is you put redstone here, you put a lava bucket, and this way this turned into obsidian. That was the bug. Back in the day, way back in the day. Nowadays it doesn't work, and what the flip are you doing here, dude? I don't like you. And I kept it for nostalgia. This room is completely useless, but it looks pretty nice. We remodeled it. It looks nice, I like it. Somewhat. Okay, let's move on. This is the mushroom farm, which does not work anymore. This was a design by Paul Soares Jr. He built it way back in the day in beta 1.7.3 when mushrooms used to spread downstairs. Now they don't, and this is again completely useless, but it's still, the water still works, but it cannot harvest anything because again it is broken. Yeah, and used to harvest lots of red mushrooms and brown mushrooms this way, but it's completely broken. Okay, this is the relaxation room. This is a park, I guess, with lots of greenery, and this is from my texture pack. If I turn off my texture pack it looks absolutely awful. I dislike this room a lot because the colors are so bland and so ugly. But yeah, with my resource pack, it is a whole different story. We have a sun, we have a sky. I should put some stars over here. Actually, it doesn't make sense. If there's a sun, there shouldn't be stars. So yeah, I like it a lot. We have some hidden lighting, no torches. I dislike torches, like I said. Love this room. I could fish here too. Pretty cool. This is the enchanting room and also the brewing room. We have a bunch of potions here. These are bad potions and awkward potions. I keep hearing slimes. They're below. Okay, good. We have the good potions here. Lots of strength, lots of speed and whatnot. I have a way to farm netherwort, which is also super needed for potions. We have netherwort, we have gunpowder, lots of slimes because slimes keep spawning here. Even here they spawn and they bug me as I'm making potions. But yeah, we have a bunch of stuff here. This is from my blaze farm, which I'm gonna show you in the nether, of course, once I get there. This is the ender chest. And we have a enchanting room over here too. Over here we have a huge empty space. This is it. We have a skeleton farm over here, skeleton dungeon, not a farm, because I haven't built anything here. But yeah, we have this empty space which I dug out for some reason. It was a waste of time because I haven't built anything here, but in the future I might do something with this place. Moving swiftly on from the enchanting room to the neighboring room, which is the villager purifier, which I showed you a little bit before. The basic idea is that a zombie falls here, I purify it, put it in a minecart and transport it to any one of these stalls. I have two good villagers here, which this one is broken, it has a mending book. This shows what his best trait is. And it's broken with this update, unfortunately. It has Thorns, Bane of Anthropos, which are completely useless, but this was awesome. And this dude offers rotten flesh, but again, he's broken in this update, and I'm gonna fill this up in the future. I have a nitwit. Yeah, basically I take a villager and put it in a minecart and transport it to any one of these stalls, or I let it free roam and it turns into whatever villager it wants. That's why I have two free roaming villagers here and a bunch of farmers in the farm. So this was it for all the doors. I'm gonna go back to the nether one in a little bit. This is the bottom side of the wheat farm, the carrot farm, potato farm, whatever farm. As you can see, this is the redstone for it. It goes here and connects to the contraption upstairs. This of course leads to the sugarcane farm, and this is gonna be filled in the future with something. I have no ideas currently, so I don't fill it up, but in the future it's gonna be something, I have no idea. Let's continue swiftly on because this video is an hour long and I don't want it to be that long. Okay, so this is storage, just basic storage for lots and lots and lots of stone. I'm gonna trade this to the mason in the future. I have also a bunch of other stuff here. Yeah, basically storage, and this, guys, is target practice. Ah, it disappeared. I was also way off. Anyway, this is the tree farm. So here I plant birch trees. Here I plant spruce trees, oak trees. Here I plant jungle trees, and here I plant acacia trees. You can see the corresponding block to the corresponding tree type. For instance, this is oak planks all around, and here I plant oak trees. The same goes for the other places. Let's pick that up. I can't pick it up because it's an infinity bow. Okay, and here I have the oak planks. This goes for all of these. I absolutely love this design, and I purposefully chopped all the trees down before I started this video because I want to show you the design without the trees, because once I plant the trees it looks honestly pretty bad because everything is blocked. But it's one of my favorite designs in this whole world. This is recent change with the incline of the roof. It was previously just flat like the floor, but it looks much better now. And okay, let's move on. This is also an entrance to the sugarcane farm. Grow, god dang it. Okay, let's move on. This is a different farm. You saw this already, kinda. This is the cocoa bean farm, and the way to get down here is through here. And I can't do it currently for some reason, but whatever, you just basically jump down here and you can look at this face if you want to. This was taken from my Minecraft Times World actually. If you don't remember, I used to have a Minecraft Times World, which was a building series on this channel many years ago. I think I ended it in 2014. So it has been a while. So I copied that from there to here. And this is the cocoa bean farm. It's an automatic farm. Basically what you do is you press this button, water falls, it takes all this out, you press it again, and you go and collect it. Of course, I could put an automatic collector, basically just put a chest minecart, a hopper minecart, and collect every one of these, but I'm too lazy, there's no point, I can just walk, there's no point in doing that, because cocoa beans are, you know, completely useless. I don't eat cookies, I just did it for show because I love this design and I just love how it looks. And this works so good with this color. These colors are absolutely perfect together. And once it's all harvested, it looks pretty bad honestly, because this is just a flat wall, but with this it looks so much better. Also, this doubles as a vine farm. Sometimes when I need vines, I just put one vine here and it spreads all over the place. So that's a good way to harvest vines. And this is bad infos, BI for bad infos. In the future I could put the dragon egg here, and I should put it over here. I should move this a little bit higher, the letters, and put the dragon egg right in the center. I think this is a perfect place for it. Let's move on. Of course this site works the same way, the same exact way. And unfortunately it opens the door once I press the button, but that's okay. Let's move on. Of course we don't have torches here, I hate torches, like I said. Here I do have torches, but I'm gonna remove them in the future. This is a work in progress. This is for tall trees. I have the dark oak trees, which grow in 2x2. We have the jungle trees, which grow in 2x2. And the spruce trees, which also grow 2x2. And once they grow, they put... What was this called? What was this called? Podzo, right, Podzo. I never used Podzo, so I forgot the name. This is the map of Bulgaria, guys. I'm somewhere around here. Not gonna tell you where, but I'm somewhere around here. And guys, this is pretty much it. I'm gonna change this in the future, of course. And also sometimes I have a game with myself to hit the hole, and sometimes it's very difficult. Oh, let's hit the hole. I'm wasting so much time in this video. Yes, got it. Okay, so as I said, you can go down from here. Yeah, nice. This is the cocoa bean farm. Let's move swiftly on to the nether place. As you can see, slime still spawn here quite often. And guys, this is pretty much it for the underground. Of course I probably missed something, I most likely did, but there's so much to go through. Okay, let's move on to the nether room. Let's go. And welcome guys to the nether. I haven't built much in the nether, but I have built some stuff which I want to showcase. First of all, this is the way to the end dimension, which I'm gonna go to in a little bit. In this room, ghasts don't spawn, but previously in previous updates they did spawn, so I made this little room just to stay hidden and look at any ghasts and prepare myself before they shoot at me. So I built this small room, and this is the design of the ceiling. This way I can look at other ghasts outside. Here I have basically a garden, which of course doesn't really work that well, but it's still, you know, it still grows. How did I catch on fire? That's weird. But yeah, basically, there's no water, you can't put water in the nether. You used to be able to in previous updates, but currently you cannot. I did not take advantage of it. And of course this doesn't look that green, but with my texture pack it looks absolutely awesome. And this is the way to the Blaze Farm. I mentioned it once, I mentioned it again, and I'm gonna showcase it to you as well. All the way to the end. This took a while to traverse back in the day with speed potions and whatnot, but here, this time, in this update I just used the Elytra. I have a Netherwart farm, because sometimes I spent a lot of time at the Blaze farm, so I let these grow and I harvest them after I'm finished. So this is it, guys. This is by EFO Slab, a design which I don't know if it works currently. I haven't used it in a while because I have an Enderman farm, which I'm gonna show you in a little bit. But this is it. This is the redstone. I don't use much redstone. How this works is you. Oh yeah, doesn't work. Basically, if you press this button, it should shut down any more from coming, and this should crush them, which should bring them down to 1 heart, and you could just punch them. Now it doesn't work that well anymore, but it kinda works still, kinda. Oh yes, it does work. The platform, yeah, it does work. Okay, so I guess I could use it, but I don't need to. I have lots of blaze rods, and I have a better farm now, so yeah. Could use this, but it used to be very useful back in the past because I had no other farm. And this is the way to the Nether Fortress. Okay, so this was it for the Nether. Let's move on to the end. And here we go. The way to get to the end is from the portal. Take a left and fly through this huge tunnel, which is quite long, but I had to generate terrain outside the already generated terrain from the beta 1.7 update. So you get through this portal, which is gonna take you exactly to the stronghold. Once you get in here, you just jump in here, and this staircase leads you to the farm, which is right over here. You can of course fly, or you can take this walkway, which I'm not gonna do obviously. I'm just gonna fly all the way up here and showcase how it looks like from above. We have pixel art, we have Courage the Cowardly Dog, and we have Skyrim as well. The logo for Skyrim, you can see it from here. Basically the way it works is I have an Endermite right in the center. These guys spawn, they pile up here and they fall in a 1x1 hole, which doesn't work that well anymore because they fall on the sides, but it's completely fine, I don't mind anymore because I have lots of XP and it's still super mega fast anyway, so there's no point in, you know, fixing it when it's almost perfect. Stop hitting me! But yeah, we have pixel art here from Courage the Cowardly Dog, which is a show I watched back in the day, and for Skyrim because I'm a huge fan of Skyrim. Basically what happens is you go down here. Let me turn this down because it's pretty bad. Okay, basically what you do is come down here. This is the design. I have an enchanting room here, a bunch of anvils. One here, I used to have one here, but it broke. I have a few here too. Basically here I put books for tools and weapons, for silk touch and mending. I have a bunch of junk here. This is for knockback, venom anthropods and smite and sharpness too. We have bow ones here, the combined ones which have more than one in a single book, the armor. That's it, and this is for the trident, crossbow and fishing enchantments. Basically what you do is stand right here, you smited them once and you get the XP. Pretty easy stuff. You collect all these ender pearls Oh yes, and over here we have more storage for lots and lots and lots and lots and lots of ender pearls. I'm gonna finish this in the future with more and more chests, so all leading to the island. But for now this is it. This is all I have built on this world. At least I think so. I hope I didn't miss anything. Let's get back to the overworld and I'll say my final words. And guys, this was it for a full world tour. It took me over an hour to look at everything and I probably missed something, so if I did, you can watch the other world tour or any of the other world updates I have done in the past. But for now guys, I would like to thank you for watching this long video. I would like to also thank all my lovely Patreon supporters: Alex Chavez, Max Robinson, Vladas, and of course everyone else listed on the screen. Thank you for watching and thank you so much for the support.